Right, so fitness. Hey, good morning, good morning. Okay, mate, just relax, right?
Because recently I started like sometimes taking videos of myself.
In the gym, right?
In the gym.
Okay. Starts as OnlyFans page.
Link in the description. Join some boxing with me. At some point it's going to happen.
I'm too old to box. I don't like being hit in the face, Chris. Right?
Too bad.
You would have been watching me now on some kind of Hollywood blockbuster thinking, look at that guy. I could be mates with him.
That'd be so cool. Because honestly, I've done Kung Fu and I didn't like it. I thought it was the dumbest out of all martial arts I've ever done.
How can it be the dumbest? It is
Because
the martial art that
No,
all other martial arts stem from.
It looks cool.
Who am I to some guy with an opinion?
Exactly.
Welcome to podcast number
4.
Thank you, I wasn't sure. So here we are again, and today we have a rather exciting topic to talk about, which is going to be fitness.
What a topic.
What a topic.
Favorite topic. Also, I think we got to come up with some sort of an intro that is repeating.
Yes.
Every single time.
No, we're going to do that. Yeah, for Desert Diaries, there is going to be I think our audio-visual...
Exactly. Yeah.
She's gonna make it. It's not gonna be left to us. It'd be rubbish.
Just in the moment when we saw some work coming our way.
Yeah, no, we dodged
already
it. Already dodged it. Move that on. Let's face it, we made like clip art.
Is she gonna be on the production of the logo as well?
Probably. No, we're gonna do that. We're gonna. Thank you for what's it called? Oh my god, I can't even remember the app. Obviously, we're using AI. What is it? Leonardo AI. Maybe we'll get sponsored by them.
Leonardo AI.
Yeah.
Please get in touch. All right.
Right. So fitness. Chris and I both into fitness, I would say. Although I'm lacking slightly. Chris has turned a corner and doing quite well.
Thank you.
Yeah. There's actually pictures of us. I don't know. Do you remember we went to Russell Kamer about? Oh my god. A year and a half ago, yeah, and there's literally there's a picture of you and I don't know how to describe it without sounding really vulgar, but it's us leaning backwards and our bellies almost touching. It's a terrible photo that should never be out there. But since that, Chris has started his fitness journey, and I think you're doing rather well.
Yeah.
Mine has stayed the same.
That day.
When you saw that picture, you're like, something needs to change.
You know, like some people have those screensavers where they have like a picture of themselves looking particularly good because they want to get back into that shape.
Motivation.
And like, I have this as a screensaver just to be like, that's not how I want to look like.
Yeah, I never want to look like that again. Yeah, but fun times.
You know? Good times.
Yeah, good times. But I mean, you're on quite a strict sort of regime at the moment, aren't you? Why don't you talk us through it, Chris?
All right. So I'm currently on Mission Hawaii, even though I'm not going to Hawaii anymore. But the plan was, one of my best friends and me, we have we started working out together in 2012, I think. And we're always on the same level. Like sometimes he's a little bit ahead, sometimes me, and this way we constantly in this slight competition.
Yep, nice. That's good.
Cheering us up every single week. And I talked about this with my sister at Christmas, and she found it so irritating and stupid that in fact me and him are every week discussing on how the workouts are going and how the food is going and stuff like this. But that's a level of craziness and determination, I think, that I love, you know.
Yeah.
And I think many people have that, even though they might not always talk about that at work or with.
But interestingly, actually, I think that's it's a real way for. I mean, without trying to sound sexist, but it's a real way for men to connect. You know, almost like when you were at school growing up, it would be, oh, did you see that TV show last night? And you chat about the TV show. And as we've gotten older, the TV show might have changed into like, oh, how many, what are you lifting at the moment? How many reps are you getting in? What's your personal record? And I think that's kind of cool. It's nice to have that. It's that commonality that you build with your mates and stuff.
And it's also kind of nice to talk about this, which is something that's actually beneficial for you and that you know like is healthy.
Yeah.
Better than only talking about watching somebody else play football, for example.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is another way how to bond.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah,
but like if you can compare the two things when it comes to like what has a better impact on your life, it's probably that you do the sports yourself and discuss it with your friends than discuss somebody else's sports.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, you know, you touched on it there, but the benefits of working out, like the health benefits, and again, particularly living in Dubai, where you know, you're moving to a new country, you might not have any friends, you don't know anyone, but you can always get to the gym and you can always meet people at the gym, and from a mental health standpoint, it's brilliant as well. So I think that without question, people should definitely work out as much as possible.
Do you actually get to know people in the gym?
Do I get to know people in the gym? I do, but that's because I talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm that annoying guy. It's like, hey, good morning, good morning. So
that person where you gotta take the headphones on, like, oh, here we go. Hey, I'm Daniel. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. I will say though that the gyms here, I find it less easy to talk to than gyms in America and England. Okay. And I think that's just, do you know, the problem that Dubai has with gyms is you get a lot of these alpha male, like, you know, people that are there, and I'm trying to calm it down with that. But you know, you get the whole Andrew Tate kind of like, whoa, alpha male, and it's like, okay, mate, just relax, right? We're all just working out. I mean, there's a guy at our gym that comes in and he's like got a hoodie on, and you're like, mate, you're at a gym, right? Why are you wearing a hoodie in a gym?
But that's that American bodybuilder style, like,
well,
wear a fucking hoodie, drink out of a gallon, kind of thing, you know. Those
people I don't speak to.
Where you're like lifting belts at all times, even though you're training biceps, you still gotta wear that belt.
and just so you know, if you're that guy, everybody thinks you're a twat. Like literally, don't they? No one thinks, wow, look how cool that guy looks. Everybody just thinks, what an idiot. And I think it's such a shame because he's probably a really nice guy and there's absolutely nothing wrong with him. But yeah.
Maybe go over and say hello to him next time.
Maybe I should go, but he's got his headphones in and like, you know.
Yeah, just take them off and be like, pal.
I saw you look over at me. How you doing? Yeah, so.
How about you move to another machine because I'm going to use this now.
Looks like you're just watching yourself in the mirror and not working out. Maybe we could. I don't know. Oh, that bit of background noise there from somewhere, wasn't it? So yeah, no. I mean, our gym where we live is packed, and you get all sorts in there. You get from that guy. There's that guy. You get another guy that.
There's always that guy.
Yeah, there's always that guy. But no, there's like 5 or 6 that guy and girl in there. There's another guy in there that he wears very short shorts, but then he tucks his shorts up underneath, inside, so it looks like he's wearing a giant nappy, like a diaper. And I'm not entirely sure. I mean, look, his legs look great because obviously he's one of those guys that. Hold on, do you shave your legs?
No.
Thank Jesus. Yeah. So he's another one of those guys that shaves his legs, which that's another mistake, men. If you do that, don't do that.
No, that's haram.
And it's terrible. So he shaves his legs, tucks his shorts up, walks around, and you just think you look like an idiot. There's one of those. Then there's the girls, which wear the stuff that they probably shouldn't wear in a gym, but whatever, they're cool, and everyone can wear what they want to wear, but it's like, ooh, you really want everyone to look at you, so that's that. And
how do you know so well?
Pfizer. Well, I work out. I have blinkers, obviously, when I go gym, but
Pfizer recognizes.
Pfizer says, look at that girl wearing those clothes. Thank you, love. So no, you don't no need to comment, but
funnily enough, I go without Pfizer and I still recognize.
Yeah. So you do get some all sorts in gyms here, and again, it is what it is. I mean, everyone knows what the gym culture is like, isn't it? And ultimately, if you're going there, you're having fun, and you're lifting weight and you're moving your body. Great, that's it. Who am I to some guy with an opinion?
Exactly. Probably this guy, I wonder what this guy is thinking about you. Or what other people think about me in the gym, because recently I started sometimes taking videos of myself
in the gym, right?
In the gym.
Okay. Starts as OnlyFans page.
Link in the description. But I was always thinking, and also I think that's maybe because like in Germany that's really not a thing, while over here every second person in my gym has this tripod and either having a video call with their mom at this point or filming themselves for like 1.5 hours straight just doing the same booty exercises. But I was always under the impression you gotta be an absolute idiot to do that.
Yeah.
Or you gotta be a famous star to do it.
Yeah. But now you've started doing it.
Of course, when you want to become a famous star, at some point you gotta start filming yourself. Yeah. And then you are inevitably gonna be that idiot at some point.
Yeah.
You're
right. So you're starting.
I am an idiot at the moment, I guess.
Do you know what though? We actually saw this really cool, drinks bottle, and on the top of it, it had like a magnet tripod on it.
Really?
Yeah, it was on Amazon or TikTok or something, and it was like both of us were like, okay, that's actually pretty cool because it's magnetized, so you put your thing on it and just
That's cool, yeah.
Doesn't it? I mean, it's kind of cool if you've got water in your water bottle because it will hold it, but as soon as you drunk it, it's going to fall over. But other than that...
But I mean, maybe it's a stable bottle. I actually just bought a new gym bottle.
Wow, such an interesting conversation we're having, ladies and gentlemen. What colour is your drink bottle?
Huh?
What colour is it?
Blue and black.
Good choice. Is it see-through?
I actually wanted to buy this kind of that gallon thing that this guy with a hood would usually drink from, But they didn't have it on Amazon, at least not from metal. Now I bought another one.
Is it Stanley or something like that?
I don't know the brand, but it's heavy as hell. It's way too heavy. So now whenever I drink, I need like two fucking hands.
Like a little kid.
And then I always hit that bottle on my tooth because when I'm like too thirsty and I just want to have a sip, I'm like, poof.
Sounds like a great purchase.
Absolutely stupid. But yeah, I'm saving plastic bottles. So yeah,
saving them
just for the environment,
Good choice, mate. Good choice. Good choice. I like that. Yeah.
Every night I go to sleep and
that's another 2 bottles saved.
2 bottles.
We just drink out of we don't care. New bottle every day.
You guys just drink out of the bum gun in the bathroom, right?
Just fill it up. Oh God, I thought that. No. Okay, let's move on from that. That's horrible. That was a horrible thought.
All right, so what are the fitness goals that you have at the moment?
My fitness goals, going to the gym. Just turning up. That's it. Literally, I mean, today, I'm actually very tired today. Yeah. Last night, so what I've realised, if I have a beer at night, for whatever reason, I don't get a good night's sleep anymore. Now, if I have 2 beers at night, it's really bad. And I had a couple of beers last night, I cooked a barbecue, and just didn't get any sleep. So woke up this morning, and the first thing I said to Pfizer was like, look, I'm not going to the gym. Not happening. Like, get up 7 o'clock, walk the dog, and I'm done. But I thought, no, you know what? You just got to get up and do it. So we did. We did a leg workout. It was an absolute killer workout, and I felt great. But yeah, that for me, that's the thing, is actually getting up and turning up, 4 or 5 times a week to the gym.
But you also do more like functional stuff, right?
Yes. So as I get a little bit older, I've decided that I want to do more functional things because I have had quite a lot of injuries over the years doing many different sports. So I was finding that when I was lifting heavy, I would have certain injuries like my back, my knees, shoulder, all that kind of stuff. So and since doing more functional workouts, I've had no pain at all. It's been brilliant. But today was the day that we started lifting heavy again.
Finally, you came back onto the track of wisdom. Okay.
I was like, because I there's just, and this sounds really stupid and really egotistical, and obviously I've just like ripped people apart at the gym, but there's nothing better than when you feel really jacked, right? When you feel big and you walk into a room and you just feel like a bit powerful. Even better when someone comes up to you and goes, "Oh mate, you're like." Yeah, and I haven't had that for a long time, so very egotistical, and it's obviously shines of my insecurities as a man. But I would like to, get a little bit bigger again.
No, but honestly, first of all, with the functional stuff, I remember we only worked out once together in your building gym in the marina, and we did I was super hungover, and I remember. I thought we're just gonna lift some weights, and all of a sudden I see myself fucking doing burpees and all of the shit that I never do,
Deliberately don't do it because it's horrible.
I had avoided any kind of functional fitness for a full 2 years, because actually exactly the contrast and to what you just said. I get injured from doing functional stuff,
Right.
and the best way for me to like just progressively not get injured is just do like this kind of like bodybuilder style.
I just realised
lifting.
that is the only time you ever worked out together.
Yeah.
That's
for good reason. But now that I try to convince you like multiple times to join some boxing with me, at some point it's gonna happen.
I'm too old to box. I'm too old to get hit. I'm too old to. Yeah, I'm just too old. I'm not too old. I don't want to do it. I do want to do it, and I don't want to do it. I don't like being hit in the face, Chris. Right?
Too bad.
Actually, so I used to box when I was younger, and I've got the funniest boxing training story to tell you. This is quite, it's hilarious. So anyway, so we used to box every week, and my sort of boxing partner and mate, Jake, who actually owns a gym in Tunbridge Wells, so shout out to Jake if you go to Tunbridge Wells. It's called The Gym. Here's Jim, yeah. But it's been around for ages, and it's actually an incredible gym. So if you do ever go to Tunbridge Wells, look Jake up, go to his gym. It's massive. It's awesome. So we were boxing, and you sweat a lot when you box, right? Obviously, it's probably the most powerful and strongest I've ever been is when I was boxing. And we were doing some training where, so he's laying on the floor, essentially, and I'm standing above him. He's holding the back of my ankles, and he lifts his legs up, and I throw his legs down. I throw him to the left, I throw him to the right, and it's really good, and it's stomach exercise and core and all that, and it's great. But we've already been boxing for like an hour, so we are dripping with sweat. Anyway, let's back up to what he can see. His head is between my feet because he's holding my ankles. He looks right up. I've got some quite loose shorts on, right? Anyway, as he looks up, this big bit of sweat drifts down right into his mouth. He rolls open, throws up on the mat, in the ring. It's so bad. Oh, I can only imagine. So yeah, that's my boxing story.
So that's like teabagging, but in this case, the tea bag was still dripping.
It's like when you're dropping a tea bag in the bin. There was that. Oh, poor Jake. Yeah.
Shit, that's so disgusting.
I know, it's absolute. I felt so. I'm glad it wasn't the other way around.
Yeah.
So that's my boxing story. Oh dear.
Inspirational fitness content right there. To everybody who was ever thinking about joining a gym, you just made it so much easier for them.
Think where your head is before you start playing around. So what other sport? I mean, I used to do obviously a lot of sports.
Which ones?
Rugby. Obviously used to be a professional tennis coach. Boxing. Okay, that seems to be it actually. I don't know when I said a lot, that's it. Gymnastics.
Okay.
Yeah. Used to do gym.
As in what?
Actual gymnastics. I used to want to be.
Do flick flacks and front flips and stuff, or?
Yes.
Or did you do that fairy thing with where you have this band? And
I had the ribbon thing. No, so I used to want to be a stuntman. That was it. And to do your stuntman training, you have to be actually really good at gymnastics. And there were certain levels of gymnastics you have to get to then begin your stuntman training. And actually, my best mate at the time, Brad, we were doing it together. And the whole plan was, and this is a crazy idea, but we were actually going to train to be really good at gymnastics, and we were doing kung fu at the same time. We were trained by a Shaolin monk that had left the Shaolin temple, moved to England, was working at Uncle Louis' Chinese restaurant, and he was training us 3 times a week, and we were doing gymnastics. The plan was to move to Henan, where there is a Shaolin temple that take Westerners, and we were going to go and train as Shaolin fighting monks for a year, and that was going to kickstart our Hollywood journey. That was it.
And here you are,
and here I am in Dubai.
Rent out Airbnbs in Dubai.
What happened was, bloody Bradley turned out he was really.
Was it Bradley?
Bradley. No, not Bradley. No descendant of the great Bruce Lee. Brad was also a dancer. and he was like an exceptional dancer. And he went and got an unconditional place at Ballet Rambert, which is a really good ballet school in London. And that's it. So he ruined my dreams.
Wow. You could have been a famous.
Would have been. I would have been this. You would have been watching me now on some kind of Hollywood blockbuster, thinking, "Look at that guy! I could be mates with him."
That'd be so cool. Honestly.
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not too late.
Should we start this journey?
Let's do it right now. Yeah.
But do we have to do gymnastics first?
No, we just go turn up at the monastery.
Because honestly, I've done kung fu and I didn't like it. I thought it was the dumbest out of all martial arts I've ever done.
How can it be the dumbest? It is
Because
the martial art that
No,
all
but
other martial arts stem from.
It looks cool on TV, and maybe the Shaolin monk himself is able to like do anything with it. But I remember how we had to like do the sparring, and I think it was the most ridiculous sparring I've ever seen in.
What did you have to do?
Huh?
What did you do?
I mean, we just learned those different kicks, punches, and then those figures like the drunken monkey or whatever, you know. But it was just more like dancing and like absolutely no way. Like we didn't really get taught how to use it in a proper fight.
Yeah.
And I was always thinking like, if one of those 50 people in this class ever on the street tries to pull one of those, like that's gonna end up in somebody going to hospital, and probably that person themselves. And not even because the other person's going to beat them up, but because they're going to twist their ankle while they do it. But I actually have a funny story about that as well, because I was like, so we also learned how to operate the nunchakus.
Nunchucks, yeah.
Nunchucks. And so we had we got those wooden ones, but they were really heavy.
Right.
So like you could actually like knock somebody out with that.
Yeah.
So then I was always at home, like practicing for the next class. That was in the US when I was like avoiding to do some actual classes, so I was just signing up for stuff like that. And Kung Fu was one of them. So I'm standing at home and I'm practicing this, and I'm getting better and better, and I'm like, oh, I'm sure I'm gonna get an amazing grade on that. And then on that day when we did the exam, we all lined up, I think we were like 40 or 50 people.
Wow, that's a big class.
And then the teacher is just like screaming different numbers, and those numbers were like different figures that you have to do with it. And right in the moment when he's standing in front of me, I hit myself on the elbow, but like right at that point where it's like the most painful.
Yeah.
So I banged that thing right on my elbow, and then like I just like I didn't want to show that it was hurtful. So I continued doing it while like a tear was like slowly like running down my face.
You were literally crying.
And the teacher looks at me and he's just bursting out in laughter. And I just continue doing this thing while this tear keeps on dropping.
Oh mate, that's really awful.
And then afterwards we were like joking, no, Kung Fu is not my thing. Honestly, but ballet, that no gymnastics, not ballet. Yeah. That's the same thing for me, honestly. But this, I actually had in high school, I did a specialization on physical education.
Right.
So my A levels are centered around like sports. And because this counts way more than the other.
What?
Like the subject PE counts more to your A levels than other subjects then.
Oh, really?
So you got to be really good in it, and you have the theoretical part as well. But because in track and field, I was always like more on a B, while I knew at football I would get an A.
Right.
And I wanted to have straight A's and everything in
Right.
the A level. That was the plan. So I was like, what other options are there for men? Because in where I'm from, like every man in that high school takes track and fields.
Right.
Nobody does the other things because those are purely for females. Like
Please tell me this has something with you doing cheerleading.
So
please.
When they started saying like different disciplines, and everybody was supposed to go to one corner, and then they said gymnastics one corner,
Right.
track and field another corner, swimming another corner, and the fourth I don't even know anymore. But then all of the guys go to track and field, all of the girls go to gymnastics, and I'm going to the swimming thing because I'm like, I know, like, I'm really, really good in swimming, you know? So I'm like, probably more realistic to get an A there than at the track and field. So the teacher's like, come on, bro. Like, you're the only one, like, we're not gonna open the public swimming pool for you to, like, swim there by yourself. So choose one of the two. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, shit. Now either I go to the girls' corner.
But you go to the corner with all the girls, right? You did that. That was a sense.
That's what I did.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Too bad that the teacher then didn't trust me to do the gymnastics, and then she took me by the side afterwards, because like me and the girls wander off to do some gymnastics.
Absolutely amazing.
For the next 2 years, ending up in the A levels. Yeah. And the teacher's like, Chris, you really want to do this? I'm like, yeah, why not? Like, honestly, if they can do it, I can do it. And but the teacher really talked me out of it. So in the end, I did it. I did the track and field, and I was actually really good in track and field.
What did you get?
Turned out, huh?
Get an A?
Yeah.
There you go, mate.
So, yeah, all good in the end. But still, up to this day, I think it was an act of sexism to push me out.
100% it was. Yeah, there were all the girls there, one guy.
And when I saw some of the A levels that the girls did in gymnastics, like where they had to like perform with like throw a ball up in the air, catch it again, and whatever. I was like, how does that compare to me, who's practiced fucking this like metal ball throw for the last 2 months in my garden every single day, while they were like probably practicing how to throw that ball in the air and catch it again.
Have you ever seen anything called the Highland Games?
I feel like I know the name.
So Highland Games is this thing that they do in Scotland, and it is obviously a show of strength, and it is mental. Like, these guys literally lifting up trees and throwing trees and boulders and almost all these other sports that you have in the Olympics. I'm sure, I don't know if they stem from that or whatever, but certainly it looks like they do. I mean, it is absolutely brutal.
Is that also where they lift those like solid steel balls up onto
No, that's like the strongest man stuff. No, the Highland Games has actually been something that's been around for hundreds of years, and it was in Scotland, in the Highlands of Scotland, and it's like who are the strongest Scots out there. Yeah. But they have it. I haven't seen it for a while, but they used to have it on TV every year, and it's pretty amazing.
Maybe that's a sport to get into.
Probably not. No, not for me. No, I'm good.
You don't want to get hit in the
I don't want to get hit anymore. I don't, honestly. I do. I really enjoyed boxing. I love boxing. I find it interesting to watch. I love doing it. I love sparring. I just don't want to get hit in the face anymore. That's what it comes out to. I just feel that I probably would get hit more in the face now, and I can't afford the surgery.
It's okay, yeah. Actually, that's why, like, last year, for a long time, I wanted to start it, and I think I told you about that, but I just couldn't because I didn't have the health insurance. I was like, dumbest thing I can do right now is like let somebody else punch me on the nose, and then I have to like fix it myself, or like go to the vet, pay them 200 dirhams.
and I think also, like, the job that we have, we are very customer facing, and I think if I turn up to a meeting and I've got like a black eye and a broken nose and a missing tooth, it just doesn't give the right impression.
I don't know, maybe it actually helps.
No, pretty sure.
Serious.
I'm pretty sure it will.
Or they probably don't, because then they're like, this guy is not only emotionally weak, but apparently he can also not keep his defense up. So if he's getting cheeky, we can even fuck him up.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the things as well. I do want to do more sports though, and I know that you and I have played paddle a few times, and I have my feelings about that awful, terrible game, and I want to do tennis. I've realised that like tennis is my sport, and I've got to just tennis is pure, paddle is not.
All right. Still don't accept that, and so I was still actually hoping, before you try to like convince me now to become a monk, that at least we become like paddle champions. But all right,
I'll do it. I tell you what it is about paddle is it's like one of these really frustrating games where I know what I need to do, and just sometimes I can't do it. And I know it's the same on the tennis court and stuff, but I just get you got very frustrated the last time you played. And you said the same thing. Like the day before you played, and you played exceptionally, and then we played, and you didn't feel you played as well.
I think with paddle, it's also a sport where you don't have to be like super athletic. And then sometimes it makes me angry because I look at those people
exactly.
and I know I'm like physically more capable of
exactly.
things. And they still make me run around like a damn clown.
I think that's what it is. It bothers me. I look at my opponent and I think you've no right to beat me. It's such an egotistical thing again.
The worst experience when it comes to that I had when I was doing basketball, because that's really a sport I didn't really play growing up, like barely ever. Yeah. And then in the US, everybody has done that.
Of course, yeah.
So when we...
the basketball's a bit like our football in England, isn't it?
Exactly. And especially in New Mexico, which is really not good in football, like basketball is the number one sport. So as another class I was taking to avoid serious university, basketball was obviously on the schedule. And... but then I figured out very quickly that every single person in that class, may it be like obese, tiny girl, every single one was way better in it than me, because I just had absolutely zero skills. And then I was always like, because I'm faster than many people, and I'm like quite like running around, like being there, able to like receive a pass.
But when you get it,
so people got the ball over to me a lot, but then I can't do anything with it, and I missed it out of every single like hopeful position, and it was so frustrating, and it also didn't get better. Yeah. So literally the only time when I finally started learning how to play basketball was when I was having my IT job and could practice that during the daytime when I was supposed to work.
Did you play dodgeball?
No. Oh, dodgeball, yeah. Not in America, but like in high school in Germany.
Because in America, I loved it. And we actually, what was another game we played? This is a totally, like, it's not about the sport, this is all about drinking, by the way. But there's a game in the States which is called kickball, right? It's hilariously fun, but literally it was like our team would turn up, and before you even get on the pitch, someone's bought shots, like jello shots, and everyone's doing jello shots, and then you go out there. What it is, it's like baseball, but with a half deflated ball, yeah. And someone rolls it along the floor and you kick it, and then you run to like the bases. Yeah. So you imagine this is literally for the most unathletic, half-drunk people. And it was great fun. I loved that game. It was really fun. It was really fun, except when you got the people that took it too seriously. And that's, I think, what bothers me about paddle as well. It's not a serious sport in the same way that like kickball is not a serious sport. Like baseball is the serious sport of kickball, right? And like but you turn up and you get these people like super into their kickball, and you're like, you're half drunk.
I love how you compare paddle to like a athletic drinking game.
I'm sorry. Tennis is the purest racket sport. Then you have like this shoot off of tennis where people can't run as much.
What about ping pong?
But ping pong's different altogether. It's not a racket. It's for a start.
How do you call that?
A paddle. Oh, it's a bit like, there you go. That's actually a paddle. Okay. You see, and then you got paddle, and that's like, you know. It's one step further on than pickleball, which was developed for very old geriatric Americans.
That I've heard about it, but I've never seen a game or played it. Yeah. But it seems to be really on the rise in the US right now.
Huge Well, I think the fastest growing sports are pickleball and paddle, and because like everyone can play it, because it's just like, yeah.
Missing the days when sports were not inclusive yet.
I don't want everyone playing. Okay. Now we're going down the wrong place, aren't we?
Now who's entertained over here now?
Anyway, other sports, yeah. So.
All right. Next topic: nutrition.
Oh, nutrition. Yes.
So you already said you prepared for today's workout with a beer last night.
Yes. So it was someone's birthday. So that was why I had a couple of... I don't drink very much at all anymore. Literally, I don't. Which could also be why, if I have a couple of beers, I feel so shit, because my body's like, what are you doing?
Exactly. Like you got to be consistent with your training.
Yeah, exactly. You got to keep that training up. But I think that's one of the things about Dubai as well, isn't it? I mean, Pfizer doesn't really drink, so I've got no reason to. And in fact, you abstained from drinking for like a whole year when you first moved here. It was so boring. We would constantly go out. Hey, Chris, you want to drink? No, I'm having a Coke Zero.
It's kind of interesting. We even became friends because because many of my friendships are based around the fact that I party a lot and the other people party a lot as well.
True.
And me having made friends in that state of being the absolute most boring version of myself shows at least that we have other things in common, which is a good sign, I guess.
Well, I think we used to cook a lot at home, didn't we? And you used to come over, so he used to come over and eat, and we cook, and I think that was it.
I was just very hungry.
It was.
Start out in real estate, and then you have friends who like to cook.
When you start in real estate here, you don't have enough money for food, so if anyone's giving food away, it's like, oh Jesus.
But honestly, do you put any attention on your nutrition?
100%. Yeah. Just eat. No. Actually, let's tell. No, I totally understand that my biggest issue is the whole calories in, calories out. Like, without question, when I actually don't eat 4,000 calories a day, then I lose weight. Straight up.
Do you think it's a genetic thing?
No, it's a fat thing. I like to eat lots of food. Oh my God, yesterday. So this was my day yesterday. Woke up. We didn't go to the gym because we had a bunch of work to do. So we head over to the marina. Straight into a coffee shop. Have a coffee, cappuccino, and then I ordered a pano raisin and a giant chocolate cookie. Amazing. Pfizer didn't have any of it. So I had that. Then went for lunch, and for lunch had half a pizza. And then went to another coffee shop, had a double espresso with sugar in it, and the friends that we were with, it was one of their birthdays as well, so the girl and I shared two desserts. So I had that, then came home, and it was Sam's birthday, so we cooked outside the barbecue, had a huge steak, and then we got her birthday cake, which is a chocolate fudge cake, so I had a huge slice of that as well. So that's it. That was a terrible day. I mean, there's nothing good in that day except the steak. But normally, I'm pretty good. Normally, I'm trying to keep it under 2,000. If I can keep 2,000 calories a day, I know by the time we go to Nepal, I will have lost the gut that I need to lose.
But how do you know it's 2,000?
Roughly. First, so breakfast is a smoothie.
Yeah.
Right? And I know that how many calories are in that smoothie. It's like 700 calories, so I know that. Lunch is pretty not big, so it might be like couple of eggs on some toast or whatever, and then dinner will be like tonight. Are you staying for dinner, by the way?
Yeah, Pfizer was already.
Oh wait, I know. Again, that's that. I don't know why we're still friends. It's because you eat every time you come over.
Especially what's on the agenda.
Yeah. So tonight is lemon chicken. Sorry, not lemon chicken. Lemon pasta, which is literally one of my favorite dishes. So I can smell it. She's cooking that now. So that will be probably 1,000 calories.
Probably, yeah. But I think the way how you said it, that's the way how, if you have a lifestyle where you also have other things to do than tracking your calories, if you have some consistent meals that you know how many calories that they have, like with the breakfast, I have exactly the same. I know exactly how much that is. So then it's just up to balancing the meals out. Yeah. But right now, I'm really I'm focused on pretty much 80% or 90% home cooked meals. Yeah, so like yesterday, for example, I'm in the car. For Christmas, I got a cooling bag. So now I'm standing next to my car eating my chicken and rice. But I think that's what it takes, because now I'm really trying to be super shredded in a couple of months, and that's the moment when you have to start. I bought the scale already. Still haven't started, but I know now I'm losing so much weight at the moment. So,
and it's funny how quickly it drops off, right? I mean, that's the thing. If you work out, our workouts haven't really changed, but we just consistently do what we do. But then we cut down the calories, it drops off. I mean, for me, I've always been very fortunate. Within 2 weeks, I'll lose the weight that I'm trying to lose. Yeah. Unfortunately, I also put it on really quickly. So I lose it quick, put it on quick. Now we're off to, as you know, Nepal in March, and for that I need to have lost weight. Mainly because I would like to say because we're hiking up and we're going quite high, but it's not. It's because I bought a bunch of trousers and they're too small because they were in the sale.
From the outlet mall.
They were from what's it called? North Face. So
and you grabbed those from the kids section and you were like, now it's only 50 kilos to lose.
So they're just they're these North Face trousers, which are really nice and they're perfect for hiking. They're a little bit tight. So I'm like, I've just got to lose the gut, just got to lose the weight, and I'm good. That's it. Yeah, I know. I've got a pair of trousers upstairs I bought about 6 months ago to do the same. Still haven't gone.
It's kind of the same system as when people buy their wedding suit or like wedding dress, where they buy it in a size that forces them to be in the best shape ever.
Do you know that the funny thing is I just love food.
Yeah,
that's not the funny thing, is it? But I love eating. There isn't, even if I finished a meal right now, and then you said, "Oh, what about that?" and it was something, I'll be like, "Yeah, I'll eat it." I'm a pig.
Yeah. Same here, and I also enjoy eating, and it's it's a big part of my what makes me happy. Yeah. So for example, like now that I eat really really clean. That's not natural, That's nothing where I'm like, oh, that's how I want to eat. Because some people are like, oh, I don't need any sauce. No, if I can choose, I'm gonna have pasta with cream sauce and some bacon every single day. That is what. And I've heard this one fitness coach, like when I just started going to the gym, I was asking him, oh, how many calories do I need to eat and what kind of macros and whatever, because I seen that on a YouTube video. And then he's like, nah man, you just gotta eat intuitively, like your body knows what it needs. And I was like, no, my body wants to eat chips all of the time. So I don't know if that's what I need, but if a pack of Doritos is gonna make me look like a bodybuilder, why is everybody on the internet having those kind of splits between the macros?
and do you know, I must say, I probably because I don't understand it, but I find that a little bit too far for me, the whole macros and this, that and the other. And it's just like, I haven't got the time or the patience to kind of do it, I think. And maybe I should. Maybe that would make all the difference.
It would, for sure.
Oh, okay, great. You're like, no, you're missing it. I have definitely an emotional connection to food. If I'm feeling a bit sad, I eat. Yeah. If I'm feeling really happy, I eat. It's that whole, definitely.
And I think one important thing that we also have to consider is that fitness is probably the only sport where you're constantly comparing yourself to professionals. So you're like, okay, you look at pictures of bodybuilders and you're like, oh, that's how I want to look, and that's why I got to do this and that. But realistically, nobody who plays football or that game that you just described would compare themselves to a baseball player and be like, oh, now I need to eat like Cristiano Ronaldo, and then I am going to be Cristiano Ronaldo, because not everybody is going to be the top of the sports, but in fitness everybody has the illusion you can get there.
Yeah, that's true, actually, yeah.
So you work on something that's like, this person is making money with it, and I also got to sell a couple of apartments. Yeah. So sometimes there is going to be an interest.
Yeah, but this goes back to the link above for Chris's OnlyFans page. So well, listen, mate, we've been talking now for just over 40 minutes. So what else do we have to talk about on the fitness stuff, or do we need to wrap this one up?
Let's wrap it up because I can smell the pasta.
Me too, and I'm actually starting to get very hungry, and it's really, really good. By the way, if you haven't tried lemon pasta, it is absolutely delicious.
And if you want to get it for free, do it like me, be friends with Dan.
Yeah. Although I don't. The funny thing, I don't really cook very much. Faiza just loves to cook, so she's that's it.
She's making my day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're gonna ask her for take some home. Can you cook extra so I can?
Yeah, exactly. I actually brought a box.
Can I take some Cokes home as well? Anyway, all right. Thanks for watching. As always, if you want to comment, please do. If you want us to talk about anything specific, please let us know. Follow us, like us, all the rest of it.
See you next time.
Ciao.